Okay, stretchy band work to begin. And just a quick note, and I feel like I say this a lot, but I think it's good to say, the more resistant the stretchy band is, whoops, the less, sometimes the less sort of flowing movement. So if you have one that's not super resistant, I personally am going to use that. And I would suggest that you use that too, but you can play around and just see which one you like the best, all right? Okay, so we are going to start today with the band just about maybe a little bit wider than shoulder height, and you can stand with your, holding onto your band. I kind of always have liked this. So I'm holding on with my thumbs. We'll start there, and if you need to, of course, just make a fist. Check out your wrists real quick and make sure they're nice and long. Shoulders are down, and let's move our head from side to side. Side to side, nice deep breaths. And feel those little muscles in the neck release just a bit. And then come back to the center. Shoulders are still down, look right and left. And slightly behind you. I'm just gently pressing out into the band. And I feel like that's just starting to turn on the muscles around the shoulder blades just a bit. One more each way. Come back to the center. And then bring your band right down to your thighs. You can hold on with two fists. And then press back and back to the side line of the body a few times. See if you can straighten your arms out. Keep going here, straighten the arms out and breathe. Let's do 5 more here. And 4. And 3. And 2. One more. And then bring the arms down, and we're gonna flip the palms. Palms flip. Move your hands in just a little bit so they're not super wide. Thumbs out to the sides, and then come up shoulder height. Wrists are long. Reach the arms out wide and come on back. Reach and see if you can find that long neck feeling. I like to imagine that sort of anti-gravity of the spine, where the spine pulls up towards the ceiling, the feet press down into the ground. All that's happening here too. Palms are up. Last 2. And you're just taking those nice deep breaths. One more time. And reach. And then come all the way in. And now I'm going to hike my hands in just a little bit more. Thumbs out east and west. Elbows will stay right by the ribs. Rotate or warm up. Little warm up for those shoulders. Really open the chest as you stretch your thumbs to the wall behind you. 6 more. And 5. And if you're anything like me, where the tension in the neck can creep in, and those muscles are definitely getting warm right now, but just send a little release to them by relaxing your jaw and lengthening your neck. 2 more. 1 more time. And then come all the way down. And you can sort of flip back around with your hands, roll your shoulders around, and then 3 in the other direction, around, 2, 3, good. From here, we're gonna slide out to one end of the band, let's say with your right hand first. And you can just hold on to that end of the band, and the opposite side of the band is gonna come down onto the floor that my right foot will step on. So my right hand and my right foot are the leaders for just a moment. Depending on the flexibility of your band, the tension, you might want to choke up a little bit on your band. I'm going to do it just a little bit. Again, I want you to be able to move, but you should have a little bit of tension, okay? First, standing nice and tall. Let's say hip distant feet here, or maybe a little bit less or more, depending on how it feels for you. Both arms forward, both arms out, both arms down. And I want you to just breathe. Even though the left hand doesn't have the band, just kind of pretend like you have some tension there. There's just a little bit of an awareness, and see if you can make the arms move at the same pace. We're just going 3 more here. P.S. My palms are facing forward. And 2 more here. Belly button is in. And 1 more time. And then we're going to switch. Give it to the opposite hand. Shoulders are down. Lift your chest, long, easy neck. Reach and come down. And just breathe. And just notice how having a little bit of resistance on one side changes, of course, clearly, obviously, the way it's going to feel on the other side. Let's do 2 more here. 2. 1 more time. And we're going to go back to the right. Back to the right. This time we're incorporating a little bit of balance. Shift your weight into your right foot. Bring the arms out just a little bit. Stay really tall through the spine. Left leg out a little and back down. Out a little and back down. Let's do 5 more. 5. I'm definitely looking at one place on the wall. And 3 to help with my balance. And 2, last one here. And we come down, arms down, just a little shoulder roll. Let's switch to the other side. Give it to your left hand. You can decrease or increase the tension of your band whenever you want. It's up to you. Arms come out a little bit. Back shift again into your right foot. Same thing. Left leg up and down. Left leg up and down. 5 more. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one here. And come back to the center. Shoulders are a little warm. Take a nice deep breath. Both hands, one on top of the other. Elbows are kind of wide. My hands are pretty central. Shift your weight back into your right leg 1 more time. Maybe have your hands in line with your chest. Same exercise. Left leg out. 2, standing nice and tall into the right leg. 3, 4, try not to hold your breath. 5, 6, 7, last one. And come down. Don't lose your arms yet. Stay right here. Twist to the right and to the left. Breathe. I always like exhale, twist. Exhale, twist. 1 more each way. Another side. And come back to the center. And let's rest the arms down. Actually, let's just do a quick little shoulder stretch here. Come back to holding on to your band. Let's say just a little wider than your own shoulders. And we'll bring the arms up towards the ceiling and we'll go all the way back. And I like to think that the band pulls me when I get to this point. So I feel those muscles across the shoulders, the front of the shoulders, release just a little bit. You can move your head a little bit. It feels nice to move right and left or maybe up and down. 1 more each way of whatever you're doing with your head. And then let the arms come back up and we'll do the other side. Okay, so now I've got my left hand on the band and I'll take the opposite side, I'll just lay it down and the left foot will step on the band, okay? And again, my band is pretty flexible, so I'm just gonna choke up a little bit to add a little resistance. And we'll start nice and tall, head pulled back so you're standing in alignment and arms. And right from the get-go, I'm just pretending that the right arm has a bunch of work to do too. Super deep breaths, 4 more. And 3. And 2. 1 more time. And we will switch. Give it to the opposite hand. Open your chest. Pull your chin in a little bit. Lengthen your neck. Up and down. 2 and down. I want you to feel the supporting muscles through your chest and also around the back of you, around your shoulder blades. See if you can find the back line of the body. 3 more. 3 and 2. 1 more. and come down. Shoulders relax for a minute, come back. Left hand with the band. This time we'll challenge our balance. Shift your weight into your left leg, come out with the arms just a little bit, and the right leg moves. Find your place to look at. Right leg lift, right leg down. 2, 3, relax your jaw. 4, 5, 6. This is a great place to say, is this side different from the other side? Last one, and come down. Relax the shoulders for a minute, and we switch to the other hand. Yes, you can always not use your band for some reason. The band is completely optional, all right? Lift your chest, same exercise, different point of tension here. See if you can remember not to sink in either side of your body as you lift the leg. Last 4, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and come down, arms down. Woo, last part, both hands up. Let's say chest height, one hand on top of the other. I have my right hand on top of my left. I'm not really sure what I did on the other side. Lift the chest, shift your weight, try and keep your arms steady, and last little leg lift, set. Try not to sink in the side body, neck is long, 5 more. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and come back, rest the arms for just a moment, stand evenly into your feet, bring the arms back up, elbows are wide, shoulders are down, and we twist. And twist, see if you can keep your hips relatively still. Exhale, 1 more each way, another side, come back to the center, lower down. Okay, let's grab our band. Let's do 1 more little chest stretch. Hold on just a little bit wider than your own shoulders. Arms come up and go back. And maybe this time you can just gently look down. Take a breath here. And exhale. And come on back up. Okay, good. So we did each of our legs. Now we'll try both legs under the band. So you can slide your hands out to the outside edges of your band. And everybody's band is a slightly different length. You can always move your hands. It doesn't have to be right on the absolute edge. Put your band down on the ground and step onto your band. And come on up to stand. When you come up to stand, choke up on your band if your band is very light like mine is. We're going to keep our feet about hip distant first. And we're going to find a nice little sort of mini squat. And we're going to bicep curl here while we keep our spine fairly neutral. Extend and bend. Okay, so you can always bring yourself a little taller through your spine if you're feeling any tension in your neck or your low back. And if you're not, you can go a little deeper into this position and work the muscles of the back a little bit more deeply by taking a deeper squat and increasing the angle at your hips. So it's really up to you and how your body feels. As you bicep curl, don't sink in those shoulders. Let's see if we can keep those shoulders nice and sturdy. And let's do 6 more. 6 and 5. And I just have 2 fists. Palms are facing one another. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Extend the arms. Stand tall. Arms are straight. Shift your weight into your right leg. Left leg presses out and stays. You're going to go back a little, forward a little, back a little, forward a little. You can make your right knee a little soft if you need to, but keep your spine tall. Last 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Come back to center. We go back to this position, a little different this time. This one right here, I'm going to just change the way I'm holding on to my band so it's easier to take a press back with the arms, okay? You change how you need to. Sit back into your imaginary chair. Press the arms back, keeping your upper spine lengthened. Try not to round forward in the shoulders as you bring your arms up. 8 more. 8. Straighten the arms. Straightening those arms is going to make your triceps fire a little bit more. Last 4. And 3. And 2. Hold right here, little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. You can hold on to your band however you like. Shift your weight back into your left foot. We press out a little and hold. Back a little, forward a little. I do like to keep my left knee a little soft when I move back, especially. Last 4 here. 4. And 3. And 2. Good. One more time. And, oh geez. And come back to the center and come on back down. So we are going to step off of the band for this next part. And you can just put it around your neck for a moment. Okay, stand feet together or feet close. Extend the arms out in front of you and hook your thumbs for just a moment. It's almost like you're going to take a dive. Drop your head, reach forward through your fingers, and gently look down towards the floor to get a stretch through the upper spine. Reach. And now lengthen and stand tall. Open your hands apart. Relax your shoulders. Reach back, reach back, reach back, reach back. We'll try that one more time. Come all the way back. Hook your thumbs, fingers are long, like you're going to dive. Reach forward, slide your shoulder blades apart. Big old upper back shoulder stretch. Stand tall, relax your shoulders, fingers apart. Spread your fingers apart as much as you reach back. And reach, 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 reach. Super deep breath. And then come all the way down. Okay, we are going to take the band with us. Our light weights are there and come down to the mat. If you like to use things when you're down on the mat, like a towel or a yoga block, I'm gonna grab my yoga block just in case, because sometimes I like to use it. Props are awesome. Okay, so come all the way down. We're gonna start on our backs with the band. Do a little bit more band work. I love the stretchy band. Okay, so lying all the way down. Let's just first bring the hands to the shins, or if your knees are a little tender, you can always hold on behind your thighs. That's okay too. And hold on gently here. Lengthen and relax the neck. Let the knees open apart from one another just a little bit. Slowly rock to the right. Keep your shape kind of stable. And then come back through to the center and slowly rock to the left. Okay, so my whole body from my belly button down to my toes is just kind of holding a shape, and the shape is moving left and right. So what this is a really lovely little release and massage for the hips and the low back, okay? And like I said, holding on behind the thighs is fine too. If you feel good at this very moment and you're like, ooh, this is nice, you can do this for like 3 to 5 minutes once a day if you'd like. This is a really nice little release for the hips. And it's just kind of like a loving thing to do. All right, come back to the center and let's bring the feet back down. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my band now and we're gonna get to working the backs of the legs. I'd say to slide your hands apart so they are just a little bit wider than your hips, and you can easily come to the floor with your hands, okay? You can always adjust. What I do want is for your side hand to stay on the ground, because then you'll get your arm work too. Feet hip distant, maybe a little wider. Neck is long, and we're pressing through the feet and lifting up into the resistance of the band. Okay, so just hold here for a minute. Just a reminder, The karate chop side of the hand remains down. And when you do that, you can make the triceps fire and the arms tone even here. So keep those arms straight. Lower down, tap the booty to the ground, press up and lift. And keep going here. So we're not rolling through the spine, we're remaining long through the spine. As I press through my feet, hips come up, and the whole spine is not really changing shape, okay? Not too much at least. When you do this, you should be able to see if moving your feet around just a little bit makes it feel better or worse, or like you're making just more of an efficient flow happen. Moving your feet in a little bit changes the way it feels. Moving them a little wider. Using a little turnout. Okay, so you can really noodle around with how your feet are for the most part, unless we're doing a really specific exercise. Just asking yourself the question, how does this feel good? This is an exercise that's meant to stimulate the posterior chain muscles, the arms, the back, the glutes, the hamstrings, your calf muscles. Use your full feet here. We're gonna do 8 more with a deep breath. Exhale up. And 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And one more time. And lower all the way down. Just take a nice deep breath here. And we're gonna move our feet now. If you widen them, come back to hip distant. Okay, so we're a little bit less wide. And we're gonna let the arms move a little bit. This time arms are gonna come up to the ceiling. I'm gonna walk my hands in just a little bit. My band is nice and light, so I think this will be okay. Palms forward, okay? Feet relatively close to your tush. Neck is long. Come up, let's say, a few inches halfway up with your tush. Arms will move. Reach all the way out and come on back in. You can adjust your hands on your band. Can you slide your shoulders away from your ears and pull your chin slightly in towards your throat? So you should still be feeling the muscles, the posterior chain muscles, really even pressure into the floor with your feet. 6 more here. When you reach out with your knuckles. So your wrist should be nice and straight. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one here. And come in, lower your hips all the way down. Okay, we're gonna take this band. You may need to slide your hands out just a bit. And we're gonna slide the band around the arch of the right foot. Great news. No one is going to smack themselves in the face with the band today. That's my favorite thing to avoid. You both have very nice faces, so let's avoid a black eye. So just for a moment, let's flex and point the foot a few times. Your band may move around. I'm always kind of trying to keep it like semi-flat-ish, but don't get crazy there. It's gonna roll around likely. Let's see if you can point and flex. When you flex, really pull the toes back, and you can just apply a little bit more gentle pressure to the band to deepen that stretch each time. Last 2 here. One more time. And come up, and from here, walk your right hand up a little bit higher, and you're gonna hold on to both sides of the band and bring your left arm to the floor. I'm gonna straighten this left leg out, and slowly, we'll do this 3 times, bring the leg over to the left, let's say 6 inches, and then come back up to where you started. This time we'll go 7 or 8. 7 or 8 inches, and come back up. And let's do maybe a little bit further. I don't want you to go all the way to the ground, you guys, because I would rather this be a really intense, wonderful hip stretch than turn into a deep back stretch. We want to get right to the tush and the hip. So you just hold here. See if you can lengthen your neck and relax that right shoulder and just hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Guide the leg back up to the ceiling and we're switching hands. Bring the right hand up, the left hand up and the right arm out to the side. Same thing, we'll do 3 here. Out to the right and back up. Maybe each time you'll go a little bit further, maybe not. You know yourself. And come up, and for this one, you can go as far out as you like, and if you would like, you can switch hands here. This is a very intense stretch for me at this particular moment. And I'm gonna breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, soften your knee, slowly come on back up, and we are going to switch the feet. I love to do these stretches before I do single leg circles and the stomach series. It's nice to open the hips every once in a while before you do all that work. Okay, so come to the arch of your opposite foot. You'll move your hands up on your band if you like, and we'll start by pointing and flexing. Okay, so very often the muscles in the feet and the leg, they get so tight. It's not only the muscles, but it's also the fascia. It's all that connective tissue that really keeps us all connected from bottom to top. So just imagine as you're pointing and flexing, like you're lengthening out some of that tight fascia as well. It's like a thin, your fascia is probably as thin and just about like your TheraBand, actually. Now we'll flex and we'll walk the left hand up. And we'll carefully straighten the right leg out and the right arm out. So we'll go a little at first, over to the right and back to the center. And then we'll go a little bit further. As you are moving, you're definitely breathing. And then we'll come over and we will hold. And just a quick note, if you're only feeling this behind your knee, soften the knee just a hair. And see if you, and maybe pull the leg in a little and see if you feel it around the hip and into the glute a bit. Let's hold for another 5. Yes, these are stretches. You can also stretch out, do them all, take your time. Come back through to the center and we'll switch our hands. I'll hold on with the right hand, left arm down, and we'll go out to the left a little and then exhale, come up. So I always like to take my time with this going out here because I certainly don't want to pull the muscles of your inner thigh. That doesn't feel good. Go all the way out as far as you feel like you want to go and hold and breathe. Nice deep breath. You can soften the knee. You can flex your foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, soften your knee, come all the way back up to the top. Yes, you can remove that band. Just toss it to the side. And now we're going to do our single leg circles. We'll start with bent knees. You can slide your feet away just a bit, arms down by your sides. If at any time when you're doing your single leg circles, if you want to straighten out the opposite leg, that's an option too. Right leg will start up to the ceiling. Nice and long, a little turnout. The left leg stays still and you circle in and around towards the left leg and back up. And let's really let this leg move. You, of course, can make it smaller, but it's a little bit more like an oval. You can come down in towards the leg, down towards the floor, out towards your shoulder and ear, and back up. Nice, organized circle with help from your belly and your deep breaths. 2 more. Inhale around, and the arms are working. 1 more, and we reverse. Out, around, in, up. Out, around, in, up. Out, around, in, up. Last 3. Inhale around, exhale up, or just keep breathing in a way that feels functional. Last 1. And up, and then bend the knee. Let's give the shin a quick stretch. Inhale, exhale. And put the leg down, okay? So opposite leg up to the ceiling, a little bit of turnout, arms apply pressure to the ground, and circle in towards the right leg around and come up. So this is a ball and socket joint. The pelvis can remain fairly still. You shouldn't be rocking around right and left too much at all. 3 more. Exhale up. Neck is long. Exhale up. And again. And let's reverse the circles. Out, in, up. Out, in, up. Out, in, up. Last 3. 2 more. 1 more time. Let's give the shin a quick little hug. Inhale, exhale. And we bring the legs in. So for the next part, we're going to head into our stomach series. I usually like to put something underneath my head, okay? Underneath the head. But that's totally optional. Legs will come up into tabletop. Both hands come around to the right leg. Left leg stretches out. I always kind of like to either point or flex the feet. You can try both. Just get the feet involved. Nice wide elbows. And let's switch the legs. Switch the legs. Those of you that want to curl up with your head, neck, and shoulders and look right through the knees, you absolutely may. I prefer to keep my head down. 4 more. 4 and 4. 3 and 3. Even here, the pelvis is not rocking and rolling around. You're staying pretty centered and stable. 1 more each way. And then you hug both shins, feet together, knees apart, hands onto your shins with a breath. Arms up, legs out, circle the arms around, hug it in. Nice stretch there. Reach. You may lift your head for this as well. And you may keep your head lifted, or you can add that head lift to the movement, but find a flow because of your breath, because of those nice, deep, belly-supported breaths. 3 more. 2 more. 1 last time. Good. Single straight leg. 1 leg up, opposite leg straight out. I always like to flex my feet, but you can try pointed as well. Scissor switch. Scissor switch. Just a quick note. Try not to grab directly onto the knee joint. Either go higher or lower. Okay? Last 4 and 4. Head can be up if you like. 3 and 3. 2 and 2. 1 and 1. Woo! Feet down, arms down by your sides. Both legs come on back up. If your legs are very tight, you could do a diamond shape. Feet together, knees apart. But if the legs are pretty flexible today, let's do heels together, toes apart. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Arms, you can always tuck your hands underneath your booty for some support in your low back. You can soften your knees if that feels good. Last 4. But the deep breaths are non-negotiable. Super deep breaths. Last 2. Last 1. Woo! Feet down. Let's move the block or the towel. We've got our last exercise, our crisscross. Legs come up. Hands will support the head. Exhale as you curl up. Twist and reach. Twist and reach. If twisting is not good for you today, maybe just do the legs. Or maybe if this is a little too intense, you can pick 1 leg up off the floor each time. That's fine too. Last 3. 3. You're definitely breathing. 2, 2, 1, 1. Oh. All the way back down. All right. That wakes you up, doesn't it? Feet a little wider than your hips. Arms a little wider as well. Exhale, hips up. And come down. Nice and easy here. You can push through your heels and pick up your toes. The knees can be a hair wider than your hips, or just like we did earlier, you can walk your feet in or out just so you find a place that feels good. Last 4, and down, 3, and down, 2, and down. Last 1. I lied, actually. Come up one more time. Bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Bring the arms behind you, straight. Relax your neck. Slowly roll down. Slowly roll down. Release, 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 release. Pelvis is released. Arms can come back down. We're going to roll onto our sides. Roll onto your side. When you do this, make sure your weights and your block are within reach. We're not going to use the band for this part. You can lie down on your arm, or you're welcome to put some sort of a prop, a pillow or towel underneath your arm. All that is fine, okay? I'm going to grab my weights here, friends. I'm going to grab both of them, mine are 2s, and just hold them together. Shoulder down, belly button is in, and let's come on up and down for a little bit more rotator work. And 3, 4, 5, super deep breaths, 6, 7, and 8, and come all the way down. Straighten the legs all the way out. Pull your hand in close to your ribs. Lift that top leg up. Lengthen through the leg the best you can. Neck is nice and long, and bring the leg forward and back. Forward and back. Super deep breaths here. Along the way, lengthening the neck and back. Last 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring the legs together, little turn out. Up and down, up and down. You can gently bring your hand to your belly just to keep yourself from leaning into this hand too much. And this brings you back to the core here, keeping the belly involved, the deep breaths happening. Last 2, 1 more. Lower down. Let's hover the top leg over the bottom leg. Make that top leg nice and long. Little circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, go the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down. From here, bend the knees. Knees are bent. Stick your tush out just a little bit. Grab your weights. Let's do another set here. 10, 9, neck is long. 8, try and release those neck muscles. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, put those weights down. Let's keep the legs nice and bent, and we'll keep the top leg just about hip distance away from the bottom leg. Knee to knee, foot to foot. Knee to knee, foot to foot. Tap, 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 tap. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right about there. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more set for fun. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Last rotator set. Neck is still nice and long. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and come all the way down. From here, we're just going to flip right over to the other side. Look right over to the other side. I didn't use my block, so I'm just going to leave it there and bring my weights with me. Lie down, get yourself nice and long. We'll do our rotator exercise first. Shoulder plugs into the back, grab onto both your weights, or just one. And P.S., if you have any rotator yuckiness, or if you have an injury, of course, like a real thing, not just yuckiness, put those weights down and just focus on making this an efficient movement. I like to spread the fingers apart for folks who have had like old injuries there and they're working through maybe scar tissue. Gosh, none of that feels good. And the last thing people want to do is add weight to that feeling. So you don't need to. It's not cheating. Last two here. One more time. And then we'll keep those weights down. Extend both legs. Let's lift the top leg up just a little bit, lengthen through the spine, and the top leg will come forward and back. Forward and back. And you can always remove that hand and just have it be a little bit of a check-in. So you are really staying nice and stable through the upper body. Exhale, 3 more. 3, 2, last one. And then we bring the legs together, little turnout. Kick up, down. Find a flow here. Breathe. I like to remain a little bit turned out in the joint. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower down. Let's just hover here. Let's make that leg really nice and long, little circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll go the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, bend the knees. Let's grab that other rotator set. Let's make the neck nice and long. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, lift that top leg up. Knees just about hip distance. Knee to knee, foot to foot. Knee to knee, foot to foot. 8, 7, this hip's already burning. 6, 5, neck is long and easy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold, little pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another set for fun. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Last set here of your rotator work. 10, 9, 8, 7, neck is still long and free. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Let's get rid of those weights. And let's come on to the hands and knees for a moment. For this, I am going to grab my block just to use it as a little bit of a prop to create some awareness in the inner thighs. Okay? Knees underneath your hips. Try and align your hands straight underneath your shoulders. And we're just going to gently round your spine, lowering the head, pushing the floor away. I am just gently squeezing the block so I can get a little deeper into the feelings of my low belly and my pelvic floor. And now you can uncurl that position, find an arch, continue to stay pushing down into the ground. Look up. And we'll do this again. How does your deep breath deepen this movement? And arch. And then we'll come central, and we'll go a little side to side. We'll stretch through the ribs and the neck. Other way. Reach through the side. You're slightly moving those shoulders. One more each way. Super deep breaths. And come back to the center. And we'll remove the block, put it to the side. Come onto our bellies. Last little bit here. Lower down. Arms will come out nice and wide. I have my palms down, and I'm going to focus on sliding the shoulders down into the back. Head is going to remain in line with your spine. Chin in, head slightly lifted. Can you find an awareness of the pubic bone into the ground and the low belly pulling in? So we're not just dumping all this weight into an arched low back. Feel a little bit of length there. Arms lift and lower. Lift and lower. Neck is long. Lift and lower. 5 more. 5. Find as much length as you can from the toes to the crown of the head. 3 and 2. Last one here. 1. Bring your hands underneath your forehead. Lengthen your neck, shoulders down. Find a nice arch, just a little bit of a stretch for the upper back. Lower down. Lift, press down and lift. This is the opposite of what we'll do during the day. So we're bringing mobility into the upper spine. You do not need to force anything. Maybe I have more mobility right now than you do, or maybe I have less. I hope you're breathing and you're just listening to your body. Don't judge it. Just listen. 2 more. Change things if you need to. It's okay. 1 more time. And lift. From here, we're pulling our hands underneath our shoulders. And we're going to sit back on the heels for a deep stretch. Sit all the way back. Inhale, exhale. Relax your head. Super deep stretch. Inhale, exhale. And I'm going to come up to stand for a downward dog here. So I'll start with my hands underneath my shoulders. I'd love to remind myself to send my shoulders away from my ears. And I'm going to come up and find that sort of deep stretch of the backs of the legs. Elbows are looking to the wall behind you. Neck is long and easy. Deep breath as you stick your booty out just a little bit. Easy your neck. 1 more inhale, exhale. And I'm going to soften my knees just a bit. Walk my hands back towards my feet. A little bit of a hang. You can bring your hands to your elbows. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe the knees can remain soft. Good to keep your eyes open, just so you know that you're not going to fall over. And then release your arms. Press down through that full foot and slowly take your time, take your time, take your time, take your time, take your time. Stack your spine. When you come up to stand, you're tall, you're lovely. And we did it. May the force be with you. Have a great day.